Appreciate you, Coach. One of the great venues to watch a game in any sport and one of the best home crowds in any sport. Soldier Field in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerge from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we as the Bears get set to match up with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards, first down, Packers. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's a little bit different size than they're used to seeing in Chicago, playing the middle linebacker position. But undersized or not, his speed is absolutely overwhelming. And when he arrives with a thump. The city of broad shoulders loves Roquan Smith.
Check three. 26. Yeah, Zoom.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. 23 yards the pickup there. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. Now Jones shifts by him. He's got the first down inside the 10. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Now that was a terrific play. We're down here near the goal line, and only one word comes to mind for me, and that's overwhelmed. Because they absolutely overwhelmed the offensive line. He came free and made the hit in the backfield.
On 2nd down now. It's Jones. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now it's Trubisky. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago.
First and 10.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. On 1st down, Cohen. Room here to run. The 20. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A huge play there for Chicago. 41 yards on the ground. They've made goal line offense a priority on the practice field this week. This is exactly the situation they've been prepping for. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. Oh, Cohen lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. It got his man complete. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams, 89 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. Crosby with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go...
Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Will Redmond. And he's got some space here. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back seven on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. Check safety. Check.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. A big run there by Jones. 41 yards on the ground. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Big Jumbo! Hey, check 26.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Oh, batted at the line and intercepted. Picked off by Khalil Mack. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, there's something special about one of those big D linemen bringing it in off the tip there. Really nice coordination.
Very much so, and I think what we've seen, and I'm going to put it at about the last 5 years, maybe a little bit longer, coaches placing a bigger emphasis on ball drills, even for defensive linemen, because possession is so key. When you got a chance to take one away, you want people comfortable with the football, and it paid off there.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky, and he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Zadarius Smith. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now Trubisky to throw. That's complete to Robinson. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll indeed go for it with Trubisky. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on 4th down. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They'll try the right side with Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14 to nothing. A reminder coming up at halftime, it's the season debut of the coach, Jonathan Coachman, in Orlando, as we look ahead to all the action coming up this opening weekend. And of course, we'll also take a look back at this first half. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, it's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Trubisky. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. Rodgers now on first down. Looking deep for Adams. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Well, he's been the guy. Already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long It's going to be a long day. 58's the money.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. That's caught. It's Robert Tonyan, the tight end. And he will get there.